Hi, this is X-Ray Ted 1X on YouTube, aka Epic Wind Turtle X3 on Xbox 360. My real name is Rachel, if anybody's wondering, but this will be my first YouTube video using my new capture card. There will be no game sound as I've yet to figure out how it works with my TV. You're going to see my loading screen and all that junk right now, but I made my first video offline because I didn't want to have to deal with people joining my match, talking to them, and trying to make sure everything goes smoothly for my first recording. So I'm going to show off some of my pixel art in my Minecraft 360 world as my first video. So here we go. We're going to initialize the server right now and give this a go. When it starts up, you're going to see a bunch of my art. Try to ignore it until I get to explain it to you. No oohs and ahs. Just, keep it to yourself. Anyway, here's the world. You see Charmander when you first join in. I'm making my way to the center to start this video because I wasn't very smart and didn't go there automatically. To the right you have a Pokeball, and this is the Pokemon Center. On the map, it looks like Stonehenge. So my friends and I have grown to call it Pokehenge. Ignore the unfinished art in the background. I'll talk more about those as I get to them later on in the video. So here we go. We're entering the Pokemon Center, and I tried to make it look as much like a Pokemon Center as possible without any sort of texture pack. This is just the standard texture pack. You have the little Pokeball thing. Do. Anyway, we're going to travel upstairs and check out what I've got going on up here. I tried to make it kind of like an inn. So you've got like a bookshelf, a little area. And you've got rooms to go into to, sleep the nighttime away. Here's my little kitty. And we're going to sit in this little socialization corner. This world, I guess, could double as a roleplay world and an art world. How crazy is that? Well, we're going to enter in room number 1. Purple carpet and a bed. The entire reason I made a Pokemon Center in the first place was so I wouldn't have to deal with trying to make make pixel art in the dark. And I hate constantly having to take potions and whatnot, so I could see. So there's your little story. We're going to make our way back downstairs now, though. There's these little spaces behind the bookcases. You'd think there'd be a PC back there, but I wasn't good enough to figure out how to make a PC with a standard texture pack. My doors keep fucking doing this thing, and it was driving me nuts. So you'll see me dinking around with that a couple times. You see an unfinished Sylveon there. Over here you have some weird snake thing that Jared tried to make, and Link and Navi, and a creeper egg, it looks like, yep, that my friend Anthony made. It's pretty nifty. If you travel over here, you're going to see a clicker with a sign that says, Ivan made this. Yeah, he made Mr. Clicky Poo, something like that. We're going to go back over to Anthony's stuff. He made a cannon, because cannons are cool. Give that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons. And if you go inside, Anthony too has a bed there because, like me, he doesn't want to wait until daytime and work through the night. So then you have the rose my friend Seth made, like barely glimpse at. We're going to go to my first ever pixel art right here, which is Eevee. Anthony does all my frames, so yeah, well, except for a couple, which I'll explain, that were mine. Anthony did this frame here. Doing these in no particular order, you have Vaporeon. This was actually my first one after Eevee, but the rest of them aren't in order that I've done them. Thought it turned out pretty awesome, but that tail was a pain in the ass. This is Espeon, my personal favorite of the evolutions. Difficult to do in color because purple and pink kind of looked funky, but it turned out alright, I think. And Umbreon, standard, black with a couple gray spots for highlights, because flat colors suck sometimes. You have Flareon, and this frame, there's actually glowstone behind the tail and certain parts of the mane to give it kind of a glowing effect. It was Anthony's idea because he's cool like that. I think it turned out pretty darn sweet. But here's Jolteon. Parts of this frame actually move to give the illusion that Jolteon's electricity is powering the frame, and that chicken used to be in the minecart and somehow got out. But it was a funny little tidbit that was there early on. So there's your Jolteon. Pokemon pixel art is fun, isn't it? Here's Glaceon. This one wasn't particularly difficult. I just struggled with the color palette. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of improvised and used Diamond. Do you want to build a snowman? No, we don't. Anyway, yeah. We have Leafeon over here. Unfinished background. I have yet to come up with an idea for this one, so if you have one, leave a comment down below. It'd really help me out because we have yet to think of anything for this one. Ignore this frame. And moving over to something my friend made, he made a Mew. But instead of putting Mew above it, he said Pew, because he thought it was hilarious and thought people would be like, what? And every time they join, they do say what. Now you have Squirtle. This one was pretty fun. Easy build, about a 10-minute build, except for the frame. The frame took a little while. You have Diamond for the bubbles. But what's behind the bubbles? Rachel, what did you do? Well, there's glass. You see that? I made like a glass casing and poured water down on the inside and then placed glowstone to give the appearance when you're out front that the water is lighter. Without the glowstone, that blue was really dark, and it almost looked like I just used dark blue wool. So I thought that turned out pretty nifty, and it was kind of fun. Bulbasaur, another easy build, about 15 minutes to crank out. Kind of looks like he has a mustache. Very standard background, you know, a tree and a cloud, because I'm very unoriginal and couldn't think of anything. Then you have Charmander. This one I think turned out one of the coolest with the lava. It just made it amazing. When we go up close to look at it, I did the same thing as I did with my Squirtle. I used glass and I made a casing within and behind the frame and poured lava down into the inside. Not only does this eliminate the need for glowstone, it matches the fire type theme to go with Charmander. I was actually really proud of how this one turned out. At first, I wasn't sure what to think. It wasn't looking so hot when I first started, but the longer I worked on it, the better it got. You'll see that I don't show Sylveon for like any amount of time. I just kind of fly by it. That's because you see it everywhere I fly. It's impossible to see. It's massive. It's 152 blocks high and 100 some. Not entirely sure exactly on how many blocks wide, but 100 some blocks wide. But that one was massive. Took me an extremely long time to finish with the help of one other person, which would be Anthony. He's helped me on a lot of my builds, mostly with frames. But I'm going to move forward to things that my friends were saying they were making on my map that I never really checked out for this video. So we're moving over, and this is one of those standard villages, but my friend Seth started to make it look nicer with stone. I was flying around close to the ground thinking that another person made something. I vaguely remember them talking about making a tower, and I stumble upon it on my way through and realize there's no fucking entrance. So I travel around and, oh fuck, look, the whole backside isn't even done. So if you go down near it, there's a hatch to go down in. And I thought, oh yeah, there's going to be like this massive basement or something. No, it's just a 2-block high little fucking bomb shelter looking thing, you know. Nothing too impressive. But that's all for my friend creations on this map and my own. I hoped you liked my pixel art. I mean, I'm pretty proud. And it kind of sucks sometimes if people join your world to check out your things and kind of be like, oh, all you do is Pokemon. That is so fucking stupid. Well, at least, you know, I have the time and the patience to do something like this. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses when it comes to video games. But yeah, I hope you liked my video. If you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you'd like to see me make in pixel art of Pokemon, or other things, possibly. Who knows? I don't know if this will be my first and only video, but we'll find out. Epic Wind Turtle, signing off.